Opportunity is sometimes present. Most often, it isn't.
Test. It's looking good. All right, so 2 days daily report card, December 10. Goals from yesterday: hold the runner. Wait for RTH to develop to gain more clarity.
NQ, -1 touch.
Check Forex Factory. Okay, Forex Factory is packed. Late in the afternoon, 7 p.m. my time, 7:30 press conference. Those two events are the most important ones. Now, check high time frame. High time frame. Yesterday we opened up right here. We opened up right here at monthly Vwap. It has been paying for a while now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fucking times it bounced off of the monthly Vwap. Yesterday I watched it live. Did not pull the trigger, unfortunately. In any case, yesterday was a shit day. It was a grind up day. And I walked away with a small bruise, a tiny scratch. Regardless, the past few days have been a snooze fest. I think everyone are waiting for FOMC. Yesterday's node was pretty miserable, same as the day before. Have this node below, we are within, I would say, within 2-day value. I might even go ahead and merge them together because there is a decent amount of overlap here. So I will do that. And it's kind of overlapping. Hold on, let me undo the merge. I hate that it's so fucking slow. There's not a lot of overlap between these two. But there is between these two. But once I merge these two, now these overlap, so not convinced. So we definitely today topped at this point of control. Yeah, let's just not do that. So we are within 2-day balance here. Okay, let me just merge to see how it looks. No,
Big buy.
not interested in that one, but this 2-day balance, we are within it, dead in the middle, within weekly value. Overnight we went to +1, -1, now below weekly Vwap. So slow day, probably balanced day is to be expected if we are to stay within this box, which is 120 point range. Fading the extremes would be something desirable, something like that. Obviously there's a bit of an overlap with this distribution, and if we were to go down and this gives, then we can probably revisit this area as well and then find bid back up. 520s, 600 mark is interesting, so 600 mark can be a potential area of interest, which, well, let's say 600 to 750 is the box. Looking at monthly Vwap, so yesterday we bounced off of monthly again, monthly +1, or what is this, half, +1 again, sold off,
You need to insert conscious thought
+1
into your
again,
trading.
currently going down. So perhaps we're gonna find bid at 600, which coincides with this
In
value area
Q,
low.
-1 touch.
Monthly Vwap 600, value low 600, and on the week 600 is somewhere here below value, but it's a good point. It's a good area for a buy as well if we are in a rotational environment. 600 to 750, well, 730. So this box is where I expect us to bounce around for the time being. We are currently going down, but it doesn't matter. One thing to note is that we are back into prior month value. Obviously we are holding Vwap. The prior month's value is enormous, so that's not something to probably worry about. Prior week though, we held, it's probably prior month's midpoint or something. Try to go out, try to go out, try to go out, failed. So that's a slight bearish outlook, I would say, but yeah. Anyway, in any case, I think 750 and 600 will be the 2 points of interest. 600 bid, 750 offer. Right. Need to update my sheets. My god, it's all over the place. My cumulative delta. In any case, we are at value low.
NQ, weekly -1 touch.
Fucking hell. I need to pay attention instead of babysitting my fucking study here. Alright, we are weekly -1. 600 is not that far away. And 750 is right here.
NQ, weekly -1 touch.
Where is my vertical line again? God damn it. So a bit of a sell-off into -1. Trying to find bid right now.
Bias check-in. What is the current outlook? Are you trading what is? Are we imbalanced / trending or rotational? Is Vwap holding?
So ever since this sell-off, keep my updating and fixing my study here. It's throwing me off. It's interesting.
NQ, weekly -1 touch.
-1. Bit of a build-up. Point of control is at -1.
NQ, -1 touch.
Below value. Weekly value. We are approaching the 600 mark. That's where the big monthly Vwap is. It's at 590s actually. RTH view upheld. That's something to note of. Oh my goodness, it's still fucking shit up. Still. Okay, this was an interesting spot that I saw where we went up, we upheld, we sold off. The only problem is we're at -1. Now we're at -2 on the week.
NQ, weekly -1 touch.
Okay.
NQ, -1 touch.
It's more or less the same. Vwap held. Are we gonna reoffer Vwap again? Are we imbalanced on the week? The 560s mark held 2 times before this week. We're above monthly Vwap now again. We're at 600 mark. Back into RTH value. We dipped below the CVA
I understand
low.
the absolute necessity of these
pumping
principles
higher,
of
huh?
consistent success, and therefore never violate them.
That's some strong buying again off of monthly Vwap. Can I find pullback of sorts? Vwap did not hold here, so that's a sign of a rotational environment. Nice blob of volume. In 8 minutes on the day, so there is no rush. Have slight 45-degree build here and a bit of a notch at the bottom, so it's a bit tricky. Would love to
Big
see.
sell.
Don't know what I would love to see. Ever since this low, there hasn't been a lot of selling. Quite a strong pump. Not a lot of selling so far. Point of control. Vwap.
Big sell.
Okay, that's interesting. We went from -1 to -2 to +1. Currently under TH Vwap, imbalanced on the week. Would be interested in something like this to bring us across this distribution. I mean across value. We are negative on the day still, but if this is the pullback to continue pushing higher, then I would like to get on board. Still negative on the day though. I am in. I'm not sure if that's going to work out in my favor or not, but buyers are trying, the bands are sloping.
Bias check-in. What is the current outlook? Are you trading what is? Are we imbalanced slash trending or rotational? Is VWAP holding?
Seem to be rotational, although the Vwap kinda holds at the moment. Hard to tell. Monthly Vwap bounced anyway. We're back into value. Oh, although you can't really develop in value anyway, this yellow blob. I'm not sure if I like this struggle. On Delta, buyers are trying to lift it up.
NQ, plus 1 touch.
Plus 1 touch on the session. That's a nice encouraging push up from minus 1000 delta to 0. Hopefully this is not exhausting. Would be nice to see weekly Vwap tagged. Just need to keep in mind that I'm just participating in an outcome and I'm not trying to force anything. There's such a build up here. Liking this a bit of a struggle going on here.
Every trader feels the urge to swing big. You see a setup that looks so sweet, so sure, and you think, if I just go heavy here, I'll double my account. That thought is poison. That's the gambler's whisper. And it's the ruin of many. Because the setup fails as all setups sometimes do, and your oversized bet tears your account apart. Do you want to gamble, or do you want to trade? Because trading is not about swinging for home runs. It's about steady singles, steady doubles, letting the compounding do the heavy lifting.
That's right, Derek, thank you. Not a lot of selling here so far, which is nice to see. Can we push out of it, of this little zone? My stops are at break even now. Not liking this struggle again. It's like pause, pause, pause. I might get stopped out at break even, honestly. Although it's climbing up. That is encouraging. Although we are at +2, I'm not sure if I want to. What are the chances? This is a rotational environment after all. I think, anyway. My stop is just so close that I'm a bit afraid for my profits. Want to get one off, honestly.
NQ, +1 touch.
Bit of selling coming in.
Big sell.
Yeah. Looks like my... Well... Slipped me. 4-point slip. Thank you very much. Well, it is what it is. Wasn't 45 points, was it? So annoying, this fucking bullshit. 40 points. Yeah. Anyway, I have 10 minutes break. I'll go get a cup of coffee. Yeah, it's gonna hold now. was a bit ambitious. But okay, I need to step away.
NQ, weekly -1 touch. NQ, weekly -1 touch. NQ, weekly -1 touch. NQ, -1 touch. Big sell. Big buy. Bias check-in. What is the current outlook? Are you trading what is? Are we imbalanced / trending or rotational? Is Vwap holding? The market doesn't punish you for being wrong. It punishes you for staying wrong. NQ, weekly -1 touch.
Okay. I am back. So, clearly we seem to be rotational. +2, -2 so far. My fucking cumulative delta is broken.
NQ, weekly
So-
-1 touch.
Ever since the sell-off. Not very strong buying. Good to trade, 4 seconds. Quite aggressive.
NQ, weekly -1 touch.
Bit of absorption going on here. Try this. Might regret it, of course. What are the chances of Vwap holding?
Big sell.
Some aggressive action here. Don't like this. Needs to drive. I will stop out right here.
Big buy.
Don't care. There's some big buying. Price hasn't budged yet, but it might now.
Bias check-in. What is the current outlook? Are you trading what is? Are we imbalanced / trending or rotational? Is Vwap holding?
Came out, that was wrong.
Big buy.
Have another 10 minutes break. Cool down and assess what's happening. Clearly I was wrong here.
Anything can happen. Big buy. NQ, plus 1 touch. Big sell. Big buy. Big sell. Big sell. I always wait for pullback to initiate a position. Big buy. Big sell.
Alright, so pump up in delta, not in price. This high versus this high.
NQ, weekly -1 touch.
Don't know where it's going. It's hard to tell. And one good trade could have taken it off, but was a little greedy, not gonna lie. It's a big pump in delta. $200. I mean, we are rotational. I should not engage around Vwap at all, because I'm gonna get chopped up. I'm gonna get chopped up.
Freedom in speculation isn't about having no limits. It's about knowing exactly where your limits are and being perfectly at peace within them.
I mean, we are above -1. So that could be a good long angle, not gonna lie, on the week. We did bounce from -1 and -2.
Big buy.
We had this pump in delta. Did not result in the same pump in price, not gonna lie. Probably because of this build up. Which screams to me not complete versus this taper off.
Big sell. Big buy. NQ, +1 touch. Bias check-in. What is the current outlook? Are you trading what is? Are we imbalanced / trending or rotational? Is Vwap holding? Big sell. Big buy. I trade one micro contract only. Big sell. Big sell. NQ, plus 1 touch. Big sell. I never dollar cost average. Big buy. Big sell.
Oh, what a shit day. I mean, what am I expecting? RTH Vwap right here. And I took a buy. Why? Well, I thought we're holding it. Maybe we can get to weekly Vwap. That's probably a lot to ask. Might have to call it a day after this one and save myself a little bit of mental capital. Just not bother. There seems to be a little bit of absorption going on. Strong buy, sell. Not resulting in the move. Not yet anyway.
NQ, weekly -1 touch.
-1 touch. Alright, looks like it's gonna be a stop out. Some bids down here at 600. They're going after them.
NQ, -1 touch. Big buy.
Fuck it, I'm gonna call it here. Quickly export. minus 1.5 hour on the day. It's okay. Wait for RTH to develop. Yeah.
Big sell. Big buy.
Yeah, I mean, we are rotational. Why am I initiating 2 positions around Vwap just to get chopped up? This is where I would look for a buy, not here. But honestly, I thought something like that is going to happen. And obviously it went this direction. I'm not showing in the right screen. Initiated 3 times around Vwap. That's a mistake. First time I was right on the direction. Got stopped out at break even. Second time, wrong. Third time, wrong. I thought it was gonna go this way. Instead it went this way. So that's a mistake I need to work on. Do not engage around Vwap in a rotational environment. Like, here is a good spot to look for longs.
The market
right
doesn't
now.
punish you for being wrong. It punishes you for staying wrong.
That's it. End of the day, I'm happy to call it a day early. A 1.5 hour loss, 1.4 even. No big deal. No big deal. Mental game A, technical game C. What did I do well today? Mental game. Stuck to the rules. Cut my losses quickly. At least one of them. What can I improve on? Do not engage around Vwap in a rotational environment. There was proof of rotational environment, but all 3 times I engaged around Vwap and got chopped. That's number 1. Number
NQ,
2,
minus 2 touch.
TP1. You know what? I think I will do that. I will adjust my TP1 to 45 points. Five times 4, 180.
Big sell.
180, 180. And not touch it. TP1 adjusted, never hit, turn around and break even. So how am I actually going to improve it? If it is a rotational env, Do not engage around Vwap. Your edge comes from the edges. You will get chopped otherwise. I have to really mean it. Right now I don't really mean it. I'm like, yeah, let me get a fucking trade in around Vwap. Number 2, TP1 adjusted to 45 points instead of 30. Do not move it. Get some profit off the table and be happy. I also set my break even after 180 points, maybe. Let's try. See how it goes. So now it's a good time to buy, but I cannot.
Big buy. Big sell. The next shot is more important than your last mistake.
That's right. So now we are at -2. I kind of want to try again, I'm not gonna lie. Am I allowed? I'm allowed. I will even mark it in, I think. The last one for the road, so to speak. Still within my DLL. Just rotational environment. We're at the edge, no longer at Vwap. Right. I think it makes sense. All right, let's see. Bit of a stall. Hopefully we don't reach 550s.
Big buy.
Strong buying, but not entirely sure if that's going to result in the same kind of price movement, because we are, since okay, I'm gonna start tracking here, right? But this push up is this, and this high is this high, so we pushed on the delta, but we're lower at price. Sold off
NQ,
higher,
minus one
but lower
touch.
here. Yeah, tricky. But we are at the edge of the day. We seem to be rotational. Vwap is disregarded for the most part. This is where we sold off, so I guess this is a good place to place a TP as well.
NQ, weekly minus one touch. Big buy.
Some bids, stepping in. Like us to traverse this little value.
Big sell.
More bids piling in, stacking. Some absorption for sure. Is Vwap going to hold here? Wouldn't like that.
My process is a better trader than I am.
That's right. Not very keen on seeing this sell-off. Just staring at the dome at this point. This needs to hold, I'll be honest. Don't like Vwap holding. Yeah. $57 in profit, turned into 0.
Big sell.
That stings a bit. Am I gonna get stopped out now? Not the same amount of selling as this buying push. Just comparing the two movements, but price is drifting lower.
NQ, -2 touch. Big sell. Big buy.
Yikes.
NQ, weekly -2 touch.
Some buying coming in, but I'm stopped. Oh well. That's right. I think the entry was good here. But Vwap sold off. And now I'm definitely done for the day. That is the biggest L day for me for the past 2 weeks. See where we are at. Again, I think I moved my stop loss, TP1 and didn't capture anything today. Oh no, it didn't reach it. Or it's fucking magnet bullshit.
Big sell.
Yeah, barely. P1. Do not move. Yes. Look at the screenshot. Two and a half hour minus. It is what it is. At least every loss is minus 1 hour. So 4 trades today. First trade, break even. Second trade, half hour. Third one, fourth one. So, you know, could be better, could be worse. Average loss is less than average win, so I'm happy about that. Cumulative P&L on the months is still positive, although it's taking a bit of a dive.
Big sell.
But it's all good.
The real wealth isn't in the money.
sell.
It's in the clarity that comes after you've lost enough times to stop pretending you're smarter than the market.
That's right. Win percent, well, 0% I would say.
Big buy.
Today. A bit unfortunate. First trade in the money for 45 points or so. Did not scale off, break even. Second trade got chopped around Vwap. Third trade, the same deal. Fourth trade, 37 points in the profit. Got stopped. Honestly, I thought
NQ. Weekly
something
minus
like
2
that will
touch.
happen.
NQ. Minus 2 touch. Big sell.
But no. Doesn't matter. I acted right, I think. Trade management can never be perfect. One day you try to capture the top of the top and then, you know, it pumps up. The other day you don't hold it and then it fucks you, so it doesn't really matter. I'm walking away at 2.5 DLL, 2.5 hour. Max DLL is 3 hours, so I'm walking away even before that. So I would say execution wise, it was a good day. P&L wise, not so much, but it happens. Fuck it. I'm gonna call it a day here. GG.